GM. Quick video here, considering, yes, it is, thank God it's Friday, but even though I'm not trading, I still want to say a few closing thoughts about yesterday, and also the market is open, maybe analyze a couple of stuff. So, we'll just jump straight into the first one, which I believe is a trade that I should have taken. Give me a sec, let me replay this. So, it wasn't this one, I believe. It was this one? Yeah, it was this one. Alright, cool. So, yesterday, I said confidence score short. We're at the weekly area of interest, daily area of interest as well. So, we can just replay this. I'll tell you what I saw yesterday. There. So, this, damn it, one more. So, there, this is what I saw, daily area of interest, around psychological level. You go on the weekly, you see that's not what happened, but it just basically looked like this, that it's touching that. And so I thought, okay, cool, if this is the weekly area of interest, it could possibly just reach there and then retrace back down, which is fairly exactly what just happened. So, unfortunately, I did not take this trade, not because I didn't want to, because I wasn't at the charts when it happened, and I forgot to set an alert that stuff was happening, so, happens to everybody there. And so my thinking was this, that it was going to go straight down, and eventually I was going to either go up, but either way, I was waiting for this shift of structure to go reach the second zone right there, if not anything a little bit lower down here. So, we can move this for a second. We dropped down to the 4 hour. We had a higher high and a higher low, obviously bullish momentum, but I was waiting for this to reach just bearish, which if you look right here, obviously got break below the higher low. Immediately when that happened, I was like, okay, cool. Now what I can do is just wait for the elbow to be created, because this could very well, of course, reach up here, go straight down. Or, more realistically, you can retrace a little bit up here and then go down. That's what I thought was going to happen, right? Or that's what I analyzed was going to happen. So, we look at this, and look at that. Retrace straight back up into the weekly interest. Drop down to the 30-minute, wait for that shift of structure to happen. So, right now, bullish. And as you can see, massive bullish engulfing right there. However, what happened later is that this just broke right below the higher low. Even if you consider that the higher low or that the higher low, regardless, it broke through there. Put the position tool right there. Well, I want to mark up. So you would have had engulfing on 1 hour, engulfing on 2 hour, and of course engulfing. Well, this wouldn't have really been an engulfing, of course, but it would have been a rejection candlestick off the weekly area of interest. With the fact that it already retraced down, it was a high probability for me, at least, that it was going to go through. And I could see it in 1 hour and 2 hour had high amounts of volume, right? So do this, target the next zone right here, whatever would fit through. So we can add an extra 5 pips just in case of any breathing room. And then see where we would have ended up right there. So for this here, obviously this is 1.17. I would have targeted, if you look on the daily, it seems a little bit thin for me. So I would have targeted this area right here. Because obviously we had a reaction off here, but you see the wicks and stuff. So I would have much rather targeted like these areas right through here. So we can do it smack dab in the middle and just try to target something like this and try to get a 2% out of this position right here. Now that's 1.95. I'll fix it. Let's see. All right, cool. 2%. And I have also a few, secret methods to making sure that I can utilize the position tool, as much as I can. And I won't share these in this video, of course, but it would be looking something like this instead. And I know, it seems like there's something extra right here, and that doesn't add anything, but I've got a little bit of a better position like this. And this is a secret way of doing it, of course. But delete that. And for the current time being, that would have been at, 11 o'clock. So If you see right here, would have gone straight into profit, no drawdown whatsoever, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes of it. But look at the 30 minutes, went fairly certain straight into profit. And at this current point, if I had taken this, I would have been just about a pip, like a 1 to 1.2. Now I'd like to take this down to 2%. Obviously this is going to close perhaps with the possibility of closing with a wick down to here. However, it's Friday. Obviously I don't take these trades, and that's just all there is to it, really. Like, I've just seen Fridays happen so badly so many times. And yeah, if you guys took this, obviously I have a much bigger stop loss than most people. Like, I could have put it like that and it would be already 2% and it would have gone just fine. However, I like having my stop loss because I like being able to brag that I never get wicked out. So that was this position. Unfortunately, there was not really any other plays that I saw. Obviously, this happened, but it was just okay position. Like, I didn't see anything phenomenal happen with it, and I didn't think much of it. And this one, of course, nothing happened. So the only position that the really one that mattered, it was this one as well, but I didn't take this, obviously. I was waiting for more of a shifted structure to happen on this, because obviously it's retracing back down here, and I'm just waiting for that 30 minute. If you look here, obviously it broke straight below here, and currently it looks something. You would have taken a position off here, but for the time being, I'm looking more for like this. And obviously I know bearish, but I can't be asked to put it in if I'm going to delete everything as well. So yeah, that's fairly it for now. This would have been the best position you could have taken yesterday from all the pairs that I analyzed, and I hope that he took it. This was just super quick video. I just want to make it just because I want to analyze a little bit of Fridays and stuff like that, and just tell you what position you could have taken, and just leave you with a closing thought of, I remember I think the reason why I'm still trading is because of this guy, and he said something once in the chats of a lot of communities that I'm in and involved in. He basically said that there's context to this, which is there was a lot of people losing, so they were all blaming the market, they were all blaming this, right? And then he comes out and he says one of the things that made me stay in trading and realize I was being extremely lazy with myself, which was, I'm gonna slaughter how he said it, but I'll try to quote it. And it was, a lot of people are complaining about the market. A lot of people are moaning that there was losses. However, a lot of people are making loads of money. There was one guy making like 34% in a week or something crazy. He himself, who said it, made 40% that month. 40%. And he says, basically, you're missing something. You don't know everything. And the reason why you're losing is because you don't know a specific part, that one key element that would have made you profitable, because you're not studying. And so the question became, what are you missing? How often do you analyze your own trades? How often do you analyze your own mistakes? Are you just taking trades haphazardly? Are you taking trades when you shouldn't be taking trades? Are you just following other people's signals? Sit back, reflect on it, and realize that if you want to continue doing this route, you have to analyze your stuff. You have to realize, why am I not doing as well as I should be doing? And then go down that rabbit hole and find out about it. I thought that was really good. I read that once when I was in, this must have been probably at the end of last year, December or something. I read that when I was in a study group, just randomly scrolling on my phone thinking, I don't know if this trading thing is for me. I mean, I've been taking a lot of losses. I don't seem to get it. I mean, I'm following all the steps. Nothing is really working. And much like anything else, I'll quote a Batman quote, the the night is darkest just before the dawn or something like that. And it was pretty much like that for me, where it was just like I wasn't ready to quit. I was just secretly thinking, I don't know if this is for me, man. I think I should just put it down. I know I've put a lot of time in, but perhaps I just should just put down the sword. Just leave it at this. I don't want to keep losing so much money, all these things. And eventually it just came to reading that one message, and I had like an epiphany saying, holy shit, you have been a lazy motherfucker. You have not done anything that you said you were going to do. You're not analyzing your own trades. You're taking them based on some system that you're very unconfident in. And you're not backtesting. You're not creating any case studies. You're not doing anything really other than sit on your ass and complain because you did a little bit of work. And it was like, I'm not joking, all that like that happened in maybe a second. And then when I started analyzing and I started actually reviewing, going back to the lectures and going back to the videos and sitting and actually, not trying to double X speed it, because I thought that was the key, to just put everything on double speed and then I can learn everything as fast, but actually sitting through the tediousness of breaking down trades, listening to the, I wouldn't say it's a professor, listening to the guy who taught it to me, listening to everything, then sitting down, working for hundreds of hours maybe. I don't even know how many hours I've put in since then. And then I take my trade. And my goal was literally just for the entire year, just take one profitable trade of 2.5% or something. I remember about 2 weeks or something like that, first week after I did that, I took my first 2.5% trade in a day. I thought, amazing. Next week after that, I made 9% in one trade on gold. And I thought, holy goddamn. Not going to swear too much. It was just, I just realized immediately that this is probably why a lot of people don't make it. Because they have that failure, and likely I wouldn't have probably quit, but I would have put off trading for a long period of time and perhaps never picked it up again. I would have just said, I tried, but it didn't work. Maybe I should focus on something else. And that one message telling me and calling me out pretty much. It wasn't meant for me. It was meant for most people in the group. But it was a real changing point for me. Because a lot of people switch strategies the second it's not profitable. And of course, this is well known. This is a bad idea. Just stick to what you know. Buckle up. It's going to be long, tedious, hundreds of hours of frustration and losses of money. But in the end, when you can actually sit down and analyze and make money out of thin air, sky's the limit, And if you have a 5K account, 200K account, 2 million account, the principles and everything is just the same. You realize these people who are making 50, 60, 70K a trade or a month, the only difference between them and a 5K trader making 250 a month is literally just capital. There is no secret strategy that takes you from being a 5K trader to 200K trader. You do the exact same shit. So if you pass a 5K trading stage, you have no exceptions from being able to do the exact same thing. If you had 5K account and you passed it, congratulations, you can pass $1 million funding challenge. There's no difference in it. The profit target is still the same, 8 to 10%. Daily drawdown is still 5%, and max drawdown is 10%. Don't be a dummy, don't risk too much. And obviously when it reaches certain stages of wealth, like 5, 6, 700K, in funding cases, you want to keep it, and now you can make more money with less risk, right? So you can make, instead of risking 1%, you're risking 0.5%. You're risking 0.01%. That's the only real trick, is just money management. Because obviously if you risk 0.01% of 5K account, you're making $5 if you're 10% on. not worth it. But at some point, it is going to be worth it to risk less, so you know for a fact you can live off this. And then eventually you're going to go down the route of getting personal funding, because then you don't need to trade around other people's rules. You get to do whatever you want. But that was it. That's all I really wanted to say. It's just important to make sure that you know where you're going, what you want to do, and how to get there. And by doing that, just sitting in, realizing you're in a newbie stage. You're not some ungod trader who's just not working and all this stuff. You're just a guy who hasn't paid attention yet. And once you start doing that, and once you actually start putting in some work, then the sky's the limit. But yeah, don't want to make this rant too long. Just want to end it there. So, I'll see you for Saturday call, I think. But yeah, Saturday call, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.